Everything about this car is really impressive. I knew I was going to like it. I didn't know I was going to love it. So this is the Hyundai Veloster N, and this is a vehicle I've been dying to drive. So let's go, let's give it a go. We're somewhere outside of Sacramento. The roads are empty, the sun is shining, and I have 275 horsepower of Korean goodness at my disposal. So what is the secret here with Hyundai's foray into its own performance brand? Well, this is the second of the N performance vehicles that Hyundai has built. This is the first one for the US. They started with the i30N, and it has been very well received outside of the United States. Here, this is our first taste. It's a Veloster. It's the all-new Veloster. I've already driven the R-Spec, the turbo, and I enjoyed it. Go watch that video. That's a really good car, but I'd love to see more power, and this is what that delivers. Under the hood is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's a twin-scroll turbocharger. It can give you instant boost pressure. There's literally no lag here, and in the performance package car that I'm driving, you have 275 horsepower. There are two packages. There's a standard package, which makes 260 horsepower, and this one makes 275, like I said. Now, the performance pack also gets 19-inch wheels up over the 18-inch wheels. It gets the same Pirelli P0 tires, which are specifically engineered for this car. They have a little HN logo on the sidewall, which stands for Hyundai N. You also get the variable exhaust sound, so the one that makes all the snarls and pops is the performance package. And more importantly, the performance package also comes with an electronic limited slip differential. So if you want to put power down proficiently out of a corner, you need to get the performance package. And it's only about $2,000 more, so you should just get that one. All of them come with a premium audio system, an 8-inch screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all the good stuff. This has rev matching, it has a specifically tuned ESC, it has wonderful things. So Hyundai, under the guide of Albert Biermann, the former M division boss for BMW, he put this together and he basically said, if we're going to do performance, we're going to do it right, which is why it has a stiff chassis, adjustable suspension, proper throttle control, and most importantly, especially for this car, the one part I was worried about was the steering, and I am not worried. The steering in this is excellent. The steering is really, really well done. The steering out here on the street is excellent. I mentioned when I drove the R-Spec that the car had an odd lack of on-center feeling, and it contributed to just a constant left, right, back, and forth, and I didn't enjoy that. It just didn't make the driving enjoyable on that. The rest of the car was great, but that part really bothered me. Here, I'm not getting that at all. It sweeps like it should, like you expect it to. The steering feel is great. Now, interestingly, Hyundai also found ways to save money on this. They didn't throw Brembo brakes at it. What they did was they revised the pads to use with an existing 13-inch brake system, and it feels great. There was no problem stopping. The gearbox is beefed up. You can only get this with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and it does come with rev matching that has different levels of adjustability, from full aggressive rev matching all the way down to off. So if you can heel toe, go for it. Albert Biermann himself says, I love heel towing. I'm really good at heel towing. This heel toe is better than I can heel toe. Yes, he has to say that because it's his job, it's his baby, but I mean, I get it. The seats are comfortable. The styling is good. I love the twin row spoiler out back with the integrated center high mount stoplight. You can only get this in 4 colors. It's blue, white, red, or black, and the white is a really good chalky white. So there's a different fascia for the N as well. Front fascia and rear fascia are redesigned, and the rear exhaust is obviously different on this one as well. I'm sorry, I have to stop for a moment because this road is beautiful out here. Where we are, I said I'm outside of Sacramento. I wasn't telling the whole truth. We're actually right next to Thunderhill Raceway, which means we're also going to test this on the track, which is where we are now. This is Thunderhill Raceway. This is a great track. We're only using the East Circuit because they added a whole West Circuit a few years back to make it a massive 5-mile course. Instead, we're just running, I think it's a 3-mile course or something like that. It's a lot of fun. It's a really great track. It's a fun, twisting, demanding circuit where you have some off-camber, blind turns, you have some long, fast sweepers, some tight braking zones. So if you're gonna find out about the chassis of a car, this is a pretty damn good place to do it. One of the fun things about Thunderhill is that turn 1, you come off the straight and you can carry so much more speed than you think. I remember that from years ago racing here in Lemons, just getting faster and faster through that corner. This is a really long corner with a very late apex. The car's balanced the whole way through. You can run out here when you're at race pace, or not race pace, but faster speed. You got a blind right here, slightly over a crest, and then you got to maintain in the middle of the track again to set up for a sharp left that brings you up the hill. Now, we're not running the full tall hill, but even this smaller hill just to the left of the big hill is still a pretty big ass hill. I rode with one of the pro race drivers in it, and another pro race driver was in front of us, and he's lifting the inside rear tire the whole way down this thing, which is terrifying and awesome. But there is good speed to be found here, great visibility, great surface. It's just such a fun racetrack. Hopefully someday in my life I'll get to run a 25-hour here, but you know, we'll graduate to that eventually. The brakes haven't faded all day long, which has been really impressive. The Pirelli tires have been fantastic. This chassis is so good. You can have so much fun with it. You can really play with this car. Now let's step back into the road for a second. What are we talking about price-wise? Hyundai is still being oddly coy about the price, and this thing is not on sale yet, though they are being shipped to dealers as we speak. For the standard trim car, they are saying with destination and handling, it is estimated to be just under $28,000. The performance package car with destination handling is estimated to be just under $30,000, and that is fucking awesome. And yes, I'm swearing, because I expect this to go over $30,000, and the fact that they can keep it under $30,000, this is a hell of a bargain. Pirelli P0 tires, a limited slip diff, a rev matching 6-speed, a 275 horsepower turbo 4, and Albert Biermann designed and tuned track suspension and steering. I mean, goodbye GTI, no question, you get this. Golf R, tougher battle right there. So yeah, this probably weighs less. With the 18-inch wheels, it's just over 3,000 pounds, and with these 19s, it's 3,100 pounds. I think the Golf R is heavier than that because of the all-wheel drive system and the like super premium interior. Though I gotta say, it's nice in here. These seats are super comfortable. They could do with maybe a touch more lateral support, but this is a daily driver car, so you don't want to go too wild there. The throws of the shifter are super short. The clutch take-up is very precise. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I set off, I stalled the thing. I stalled the damn thing because the clutch take-up is right there. But you know, that's something you'll get used to and you won't be an idiot like I am. But out here on the road, good Lord, this is there's shift lights, which I just needed because I was on the limiter. You can drive this very fast, very comfortably. I shouldn't be going this fast, but I'm living that N lifestyle. I'm going way too fast. I should probably slow down. Ooh, vintage truck. Sorry, tail end of a cold. I have a hat because of a helmet here, and I forgot my contact lenses, so it's a big shit show. Past this fan of being